This is John T for the Boxing Voice, and I'm delighted to be joined this afternoon by Otto Walin, all the way over in America. How you doing, buddy?
Very well, thanks. Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for having you on again. We haven't seen you for a while. You're a good friend of the show. So how's things going at the moment? Training at the moment, are you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been training since February, since I had my last fight. I was expecting the first fight in July, and then it kept getting pushed back and stuff. So I just stayed busy and stayed in the training, which is not always easy, but I'm happy now that I've done it.
Yeah, well, last time we had you on, I think it was just after the Brazil fight, which was another fantastic win for you. So I think you're now up to 22-1. And as you said, you've been patient trying to wait for the next fight. So there was a big announcement last week. You've got what you wanted. You're fighting Dillian Whyte over here in London in the UK. How does that feel?
It feels great. I feel like this is a great opportunity for me. And, good fight in Dillian, but, I feel like I'm ready for this. And this is what I've been wanting. So I feel like now is really my time to show everybody that what happened with Fury wasn't a one-time thing, and I'm ready. I'm one of the best out there. I'm gonna show that.
Excellent. I'm sure you will. Do you feel that you've got a really good fight there? Because I know, as I said, you've been frustrated waiting for an announcement, bit like me, like all the fans waiting to see who it is. When I heard it was Dillian, I thought, I bet Otto's really chuffed, because Dillian's ranked #1 contender as WBC. So, that comes rich rewards. Should you win that fight, that probably puts you right in a box seat for another shout at a world title.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a great opportunity, and the WBC interim belt on the line. I mean, if I can win that, and then I'll be right in the mix. Maybe fight Fury or whoever is champion at that point. So that's a dream of mine, and that's what I want to do.
What are your thoughts on Dillian Whyte as a fighter? Have you followed his career much? Do you think he's a very dangerous opponent? What worries you about his style?
Yeah, I've been following him. I mean, maybe, I don't know how much I watched him before he fought Joshua, but I watched that fight, and I think I probably watched every fight since then. So, he's a tough customer. I think he's been at a high level for a long time now. He's been having good fights, but he's been in wars. So I think that Dillian, he's a strong guy. He's got a good left hook. He's a good body puncher. But I feel like with him being in those tough fights, and he's been knocked out twice and hurt different times, I feel like that's started to catch up to him. And I feel like he's slowing down a little bit and aging. And I think that's to my advantage. I feel like I'm a fresh guy. I'm 30 years old, but I'm fresh. I haven't had a tough career so far. So, I'm always getting better. I'm hungry, and I'm a smart fighter. So I think that's all to my advantage.
You mentioned he's maybe getting a bit older or slower. Do you see any specific weaknesses? I mean, he did avenge that defeat to Povetkin very well, but is there anything specifically you've seen that you think, that's where we can maybe exploit him on fight night?
Yeah, I think that he scored some nice knockouts, and I feel like he's starting to load up a little bit more. He can be a little bit wild in there. And also, I feel like he's getting a little slower.
Fair enough. Do you worry on fight night that you're fighting across the pond, you're in England? Does it make you think that you need to take it out of the judge's hands? Do you look to go for a stoppage, or do you think it will be fair? The reason I say that, obviously I'm British, I'm not saying that our judges aren't good, but quite often when people do travel abroad, it's always known that getting the away victory can be quite tough on the judges' scorecard if it's close.
Yeah, we're going to have a Swedish judge. That's the plan, at least. And one Swedish, one British, and one neutral. So hopefully I get a fair shake. I can't think about it too much. I just got to go out there and perform to the very best of my ability. But, if I can take him out of there, so much better. Then I won't have to rely on any scorecards or any judges or referees and, fight doctors.
Yeah, fair enough. Are you looking forward to coming over to the UK? I don't think you fought in the UK before, have you? Or am I wrong there?
No, I fought there as an amateur, but not as a pro. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've been to one show in Sheffield when Kell Brook fought, and that was really electric and nice. And now, to be headlining at the O2 in London, I think it's going to be amazing. And, it's a big thing for me.
Yeah, the British fans are very loud. The events are very good, and you're probably at the biggest, well, you are at the biggest indoor arena, holds about 20,000. So it'll be a great spectacle over here in London, and we'll welcome you well, Otto. So we look forward to seeing you over here. Right, well, while I've got you on, tomorrow, as you're aware, is a big heavyweight fight across the world, especially over here in England. Again, it's in London. It's at an open-air stadium, football stadium, and that's Anthony Joshua against Usyk. What are your thoughts on that fight, Otto, and who do you think will win?
I think it's a really good fight. I feel like the closer we get to the fight, I don't really know what's going to happen. I've been saying that Joshua is going to win decision or maybe stop him late, but now, I'm not so sure. I think that Usyk, he was a great cruiserweight. Hasn't looked that good at heavyweight, but at the same time, starts makes fights. So I think if Joshua can use his size and his strength, then he's going to win. But if he tries to outbox Usyk, I think it's going to be tough for him. And then I think that Usyk probably win.
We just had the weigh-in a few hours ago. Joshua is very, very slim for normal. He's coming in at 17 stone 1, probably half a stone lighter than what he normally would. Why do you think he might have lost a bit of weight for the fight?
Yeah, I read about that, but it said, I think the writing was that he didn't weigh that much lighter than when he fought Pulev, I think. So yeah. I don't know, but he's been bigger, of course. But I think that he's probably looking to his stamina. He wants to improve that, I think, so he can be sharp all 12 rounds. And, he's been boxing a little bit different lately. When he fought Ruiz the second time, he was boxing. When he fought Pulev, he tried to box more. So maybe that's what he's trying to do. I don't know. But like I said, I think if he comes out trying to box Usyk like he did Ruiz the second time, I think that would be tough because Usyk is a very smart fighter. He'd make you miss and make you pay. And if he can be comfortable in there, it's going to be difficult. But so Joshua's got to use, he's still the bigger man and stronger guy. So he's got to use that.
So your ultimate prediction, are you going with a Joshua win?
I am. But I don't really know. But I got to pick one. So I pick Joshua.
Yeah, do you know what? It's so good. I've interviewed so many people this week. I was at the press media day the other day. So many people unsure. I think they favour Joshua, but it's a very, very dangerous assignment. So we'll look forward to that tomorrow night. And whilst I've got you, I can't let you go. Obviously, in 2 weeks' time after, we've got the trilogy between your old friend Tyson Fury and he's fighting Deontay Wilder for the third time. Obviously, the second fight was very conclusive after the first fight. There was a draw that some maybe felt that Fury did win that, but he certainly proved that he was the better fighter on the night the second time. How do you see this third fight going? Do you think it will be the same way, or are you expecting to see a different Deontay Wilder under Malik Scott?
I don't know how much different Wilder can be, and with all the excuses and stuff, it's just so strange to me. I don't know how much. I think to myself, like, how much can you really improve if you keep saying rubbish stuff like egg weights and the trainer spiked his water and stuff, and the costume was too heavy. It's just strange to me. But I think, I think the biggest thing for Wilder, he's got to just let his hands go, and I think not load up too much because Fury has really good defense, and that plays into his favor. So, if he can just let his hands go, I think that's the best thing he can do. At the same time, I see if Fury's going to win. Maybe he won't knock him out this time, or maybe he will knock him out even sooner. I don't know, but I think for sure Fury's going to win.
Excellent. So that would all point towards the two Brits winning there, which over here, obviously, we're very excited about the potential future fight between Fury and Joshua. It kind of hasn't happened for the fans for one reason or another. Should it happen if they both come through? Who do you think wins that?
I think that Fury, with his size and his awkwardness and his boxing skills, and he's shown he can be aggressive too. I think it's in his favor. I think that he would be the favorite for me. I think that also Fury is very confident and he knows what he's good at and he knows where he's at. Whereas sometimes I feel Joshua, I think he's a perfectionist. He's always trying to improve, but at the same time, you gotta trust your team and your training and stick what you're good at. And for some reason, I feel like Joshua, he was very good when he fought Brazil, when he fought Dillian Whyte. And for some reason, maybe he's lost a little bit. I don't know if he's confidence or whatever it is, but I favor Fury in that fight.
Excellent. And just back to yourself then, I think your fight's at the end of October. When are your plans to fly into England?
We'll be there about 10 or 7 days before.
Excellent. So we're just a bit of a slowdown then. You won't be doing any sparring over here, will you? Or are you going to set up a bit of a camp here now?
We'll be discussing that. We haven't made a decision. We might bring somebody over to move around a little bit if we leave earlier. So, yeah, we're still discussing that.
Excellent. Well, as always, thanks for your time, Otto. I really appreciate it. I know you're a busy man. We'll look forward to seeing you week of the fight. I'll certainly see you at the press conference and the weigh-in. And good luck with your training. We'll see you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Enjoy the video. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows. The list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.